it's Poet, and we are in the RedCubed server. Now, once again, this is something that happens to me all the time, is that I'll record for, I don't know, an hour or so. It happens most when I record a lot of content, when I'm talking on the RedCubed server, and I'll look at my footage, and it'll have been like, oh, that was a 60-minute episode. And it's not an episode where I can really cut it or split it or do anything with. It's basically I have to scrap it. I can't cut it into several parts. It just wouldn't mesh right. It just wouldn't look right. And so I kind of, I got a do-over. Now, it happened again where I recorded like a 55-minute episode. And usually after that amount of time, you're repeating yourself a lot, and that kind of thing is happening. But I decided that I was going to do over because, number one, I recorded the 55-minute episode at about 4 or 5 in the morning when I'm delirious, and so I don't know why I even bother at that time. Oh, look at this. I didn't realize that Patch took all the grass out from under here. Huh. That's interesting. Eh? The heck happened over here? I guess someone really wanted to see what was down here or something. Anyway, it wasn't really that great an episode. I admit it. It wasn't, like, the stuff I was talking about wasn't really that interesting to me. And when it's not interesting to me, then I'm usually going to just scrap the footage. So I did, and here we are again. Now it's a reasonable time of day. I'm going to be recording again. And I got a few other things this is completely different than what I was talking about in the last episode that you'll never see. I'm going to get rid of the Caesar stuff. Apparently it was Jake. Jake was doing the Caesar stuff, and I think he gave up. Nobody was really interested in it, or, that kind of thing. But, okay, so I got a couple different things that I want to talk about. And one of them is about a video that I saw. This is Omen's stuff. Did I tell you guys that this was Omen's stuff? He left this for me a while ago. Omen left the RedCubed server. I can't remember if I mentioned that in the latest episode or not, or if that was the one that I've done over, because I've redone episodes so often. I don't know sometimes. So, Omen left the server. If you haven't, I told you guys to watch Shiro's Heroes and check out Omen's last video. Very sad, touching video. I really liked it, though. So check that out. But anyway, where was I? Let's get on to what I was talking about. I watched a video by the infamous Total Biscuit. Total Biscuit I have never watched in my entire life. I'll admit that. I have never watched a Total Biscuit video until a couple days ago. And what brought me there was actually a post on Google Plus, if you can believe it. All that Google Plus stuff happening. It was a Total Biscuit video that was posted there. That was actually referred to by Boogie2988, who I often used to watch and stuff. So that was kind of the way that it went. I watched the video, and I really liked the content that it had. It had a very good point to it. So I'm going to kind of just be reflecting on the video that Total Biscuit made. What the heck? Soul Cube? Oh, this must be the renamed item that Omen gave me. I see, I see. Okay. Come join me in stuffs after the recording. Oh, he's talking. Highboy's doing a live stream right now. He's doing a public CTM, from what I understand. It's a public CTM, so basically everybody and anybody can join it. Kind of cool idea. I don't know. I think I'm kind of CTM'd out at this particular moment, but we'll see how it goes after I'm done recording here. What the chest? Oh, I got a stack of chests. That's why I can't stack more. There we go. Okay. Oh man, they're gonna play legendary. That's gonna be nuts. That's gonna be crazy. Poet's Carrot. Okay. The rocket launcher. BFG 9000. Chainsaw. Doom. Man, I should keep some of these things. They're very interesting. Chainsaw. Fire axe. Flashlight. I think that's about all. Yeah. So there you go. Man, I gotta really get to what I was talking about. Okay, so I watched this Total Biscuit video, and if you don't know who Total Biscuit is, he's a rather large person on YouTube who does gameplay footage, and his channel is like Total Halibut or something like that. Oh yeah, look at this. Look at this. I'm starting a diagonal entryway. I'll get to that in a moment. So I watched this Total Biscuit video, and the video itself was about monetization and takedowns by game companies. And this, of course, is very, very, very important to me, being a gameplay commentator and having to deal with game companies out there who might want to take down your footage. This is a thing that I see all the time, is that people make gameplay footage, like Minecraft, and they get their gameplay taken down because of copyright claims, especially if you're not with a channel, with a network, I mean. If you're not with a network, then it'll happen a lot. I can say that for a fact. And it's very unfortunate that that happens, but it happens. So why does it happen? This is kind of the whole topic of his video and so on. But it happens for a lot of reasons, and some of it can be because the game company disagrees with your review or your commentary or whatever. It could be from a greed standpoint, maybe. Whoops! Whoa. Caught myself. I was about to fall and get hurt. Sometimes it's a greed standpoint. They want to make the money and not have you make the money, kind of idea, if that makes any sense. I think I need some purple right there. Right? Diagonal, diagonal. Yeah. Yeah. I think. I have a feeling that I'm not making this right, and that this is all going to have to change, but until I fix it, until I figure it out, I'll just mock it up, if anything. This will be a mock-up version. Kind of like that. Like, it's these corner pieces that I'm not sure how to make look right, but we'll see. So, okay, I really want to talk about this topic because it's so important to me, but I can't get it out. Okay, concentrate. Game companies sometimes don't want you to monetize their content. And if you don't know what that means, basically, when I make these videos, you see ads on the videos. For every time that you see an ad all the way through, or if you actually go so far as to click on an ad, that's actually good for me. It gives me my revenue, and that's how I pay for my mortgage. That's how I pay for the food that's on my table. So it's beneficial to me to have those ads and stuff. And I think that it's deserved, well deserved, because doing this takes a lot of work. It's not just fun and games like people believe. When you want the quality to be as high as I have it, where the commentary is, you know, it is what it is, but the quality of the video is definitely different depending on what steps you take and this and that. Where do I have cactus? Maybe I don't. Should go get some. Yeah, I'm gonna go get some. So, and then like the editing process, the rendering process, having to pay for my internet bill, which is absolutely insane this month. That's kind of something that we just have to deal with, and we should get paid for that. I think that it's fair if people who do commentary on videos get paid. And you can say that it all falls under fair use, and I'm going to get into that in a second, but I think that we deserve to get paid for what we do in any case. It does boost revenue for the games that we do, because me doing a video about, say, I'm just doing one now on Jurassic Park Operation Genesis, that's introducing a lot of people who might not have even heard of Operation Genesis to that game. It's a bunch of people who might then go out and buy that game, or who might play that game and interact with that game. It's a huge market. And what does Universal or whoever made the Jurassic Park Operation Genesis game, what do they have to do in order for that revenue to come in? Nothing. I'm the one generating that revenue for them. So it's a win-win, you would think. Some game companies, I guess, just don't see it that way. Sometimes they want to be the ones controlling what revenue comes in. They want 100% of it. Or they just don't like the idea of you, Joe User, making money off of their game. So I see a lot of the companies out there saying, well, we need to protect our copyright, so we protect our copyright by taking down your footage of our game with our copyrighted content. Now, that's an abuse of the system. And Total Biscuit went on about the abuse of the system, and he will do and is doing a much better job than I ever could as far as commentary goes. But my way of thinking is such. How? Okay, let's look at the definition of a copyright. Okay, like if I steal an image that you drew, that's like plagiarism, right? Like I take something that you drew and use it. It's a very fine line between copyrights, trademarks, graphic trademarks, and things like that. If you create a character, and I take a character and do the exact same character but change its hair to blue or something like that, that's copyright infringement. That's trademark infringement. That's the worst. Depending on how you have protected that creation, it's absolutely the worst for me to do that. And I would be in violation. You have the right to come and take me down. If you have a website where you post videos, like YouTube, and I then go and post the exact same video. Say someone posts my video on their site. That's a copyright violation. I own this video. You know what? I'm going to take this gold. Sigilus isn't on this server anymore. You know, I just played a UHC with him, as a matter of fact, and his new server and all that. I'm taking his stuff. I don't care what he says. I don't care what anybody says. This is never happening. The Sigil's Mart. So I am stealing everything that I can. Okay, but I came here to get some cactus green, so I'm going to grab some cactus. But yeah, there's obvious use, copyright infringement use. You can kind of tell. I mean, it's not rocket science to say, like, yes, you took something that I created and are posting it as your own. When it comes to gameplay commentary, how exactly am I recreating your work? Because that's basically what copyright is. It's me recreating something that you created. Illegally. You know, like just taking something that you created, calling it my own. That's it. How, when I make a commentary on a video, like what I'm doing right here in Minecraft, am I claiming that this cactus, I created this cactus? That this graphic is mine? No. The guys who did the Faithful texture pack modified the one for the Minecraft texture pack, which it just looks, you know, it's their creation, not mine. Am I recreating the way that the world generates? No. Am I recreating any part of this game from a copyright standpoint? I just don't understand how that would make any sense for any game. Now, if it's a cutscene or a cinematic or something to that effect, That I can kind of see, because that's a video. A cutscene is a video that someone somewhere from a game company produced. They created it, they produced it, they animated it, they did work in creating it. And if I just go and repost that footage, that's copyright violation. Totally. 100%. I should not be allowed to do that. If I then go and put a commentary over that video, like, say, everybody knows of Toby Games. Toby Turner does his literal trailers, where he'll take something like Assassin's Creed 3 and have like music and his own commentary, kind of almost singing over top of it, saying, "Man in a white cloak walking down the street singing bells," that kind of thing. Like, he'll go and modify the cutscene to be his own creation. Now, like I said, you can't take something and claim that it's yours and say that it's your own creation. But if you transform a copyright, if you that's fair use. I said I'd talk about fair use, and I guess I'll get into it right now. Fair use states that you can use copyrighted content if you have modified it in a transformative and unique way to make it your own. Me doing a commentary makes it my own. Me punching that piece of grass transformed the way that this whole video looks and acts and interacts, and that's transformative nature. Commentary in general is transformative. I am making it my own. You could even go so far as to say it's a critique, and critiques and things like that are actually protected under the Constitution, I believe. The Constitution of the United States, which YouTube is a member of. Now, fair use should cover all types of transformative pieces, like Toby's literal videos, and Total Biscuit. He was doing basically gameplay reviews, I believe. So he would say that this game is Minecraft, and in this game you do this, and it sucks. Like, he'll say something, he'll be blatantly honest about it. Now, I guess what happened is a game developer didn't like the fact that he didn't like their game, and that he called it basically a piece of crap. So they filed a takedown notice that he was actually posting their copyrighted content. That doesn't make sense. He's not taking their game. If he took the game, copy of the game, and gave it to someone else, that's copyright infringement. You can't do that. You can't take a copy of a game and copy is right in the name. It's something that you're copying. He's not copying anything. He's showing gameplay footage and making a conversation about it. He's reviewing it. He's broadcasting news about it. And they cannot breach his freedom of speech. So, it's very unfortunate that that kind of thing happens still. I guess there is no real protection from it. Total Biscuit was talking about that mostly, in that he was lucky to be partnered with Polaris, who, as you might know, is a subsidiary of Maker Studios, who I used to be partnered with. And he's got their ear. He's a big enough channel that when something happens to him, they are aware of it, and they are there to help him with it. So if something happens to his channel, he can talk to them. They talk to YouTube because they're a big enough channel that they talk to YouTube. I mean, we're talking about a network that has some of, if not all of, the biggest gaming channels out there. They've got Toby Games. They've got PewDiePie, Captain Sparkles, the Yogscast. They've got all of them. Even Two Girls One Minecraft are part of the Polaris network. They've got millions of subscribers. So when something happens to their network, you can bet that YouTube is aware of it. Let's see. How do I do this? I gotta cook it. Yeah. It's very seldom I work with cactus at all. But yeah, if anything happens with them, you can bet that YouTube is aware of it. And they are able to go and fix the problems that happen. That's not right. There we go. Actually, that should be then a, yeah, this color piece down there. And right here. Yeah. Yeah, that's how. Okay. I'm gonna bounce. What? Oh, I guess I'll just use the stairway. Yeah, I'll use the stairway that I made. So being on that network that he's on, he gets to protect himself from problems like that. Smaller channels like mine, and even smaller channels than mine, don't have that benefit. They, unfortunately, if a game company comes and takes you down, you are taken down. There's no recourse. There's no action you can take. You're gone. If Sega wants you down, you're down. And there won't be any public outcry for you. That's the unfortunate thing too. Is, if something happens to you, well, sorry. That's just it's the way that it is. Now let's see here. This is okay. I'm trying to figure out what have I done here. 1, 2, down. 2. Like that. I think. Boop, boop. Oh, Skype. Crap, Skype. Yeah, I think that's right. I'm trying to make a zigzaggy pattern. Different colors. Bah, bah. I got my sheep farm right there, which I may actually consider moving. Let's see. Oh yeah, cactus green. Got it. Let's see if we can color some of y'all. Maybe do a stripe of green. There we go. Eh! That's not how? Isn't it? Isn't cactus green the green dye? I don't even know. I don't even know. Shut up, Skype, by the way. Footnote. I'm not done talking here. I can't go back to Skype. Shut up! Shut up! Stop it. See, there's one... I've been better with Skype. I'll kind of branch off and talk about this. I've been better with Skype and Skype coming up. Shut up! Hold on. You know what? I'm going to cut this video right here and turn that off. Because it's annoying me. Alright, that fixes it. Now to get back to what I was saying. Yeah, I got better with Skype because I've been going into the conversations. I'm in a huge amount of group chats now. I guess it's kind of... it's what you get for being the popular type of person with a bunch of recording people out there, and so I'm better at like going in and muting all of those conversations. But when I forget, like I just did one with a bunch of people and I didn't go and do that step, you not only get one person saying, "Hey Poet, are you busy?" You get a million people all of a sudden just talking back and forth, and it bloops for every single one of them. So I just went and muted everything right now. So sorry about that. But yeah, I also saw what time we had recorded already. It's been about 24, 25 minutes or so. So I'm going to just zip through this now. Otherwise, it'll be another one that I have to scrap, and I don't want to do that. So I guess what I want to get to at the end of the day is that my stance on fair use is that all gaming commentary should be fair use. It's all transformative. It's all very custom and unique to the people doing it. It only shows benefits to game companies, whether it's good or bad. I mean, I got to admit, that Total Biscuit video about that game that got pulled was probably pulled because of the commentary that he made for it. He did not give glowing rave reviews about it. But it still piqued my interest about the game. Despite it being negative, I had to see more about the game and get my own opinion, because everybody's opinion is going to be their own. Just because Total Biscuit doesn't like the game doesn't mean that I won't like the game. So, even that negative commentary brings positive inflow of views to your game. It's a benefit, whether you like it or not. It's a benefit. Fair use should blanket cover everything. Now, a game company will never give a license to a person to use commentary on their videos and stuff, because they should have the right to pull your content if you're doing something blatantly illegal. Like if I just go in here and show all the cutscenes from Assassin's Creed, I'll use Assassin's Creed again as an example, that would be a blatant copyright infringement. And if I had a license from the studio that makes Assassin's Creed, I think that it's Ubisoft. I can't remember. I don't remember who did Assassin's Creed. Maybe I don't know. I don't know. I'm not a huge Assassin's Creed fan, so I don't I've played the games, but I'm not. Anyway, maybe getting back. That would be a blatant copyright infringement. Okay, how do I make cactus? How do I make green dye? I thought cactus greens was green dye. Maybe I have to combine them with something else. Let me look. Let me see. What have I got? I got purple that I could use. Black. Make a bunch of black. More blue. I got lots of blue. Yellow. Can I mix the two? No. I am confused. I don't work with dye enough. What do I ever dye? I got some green sheep, I know that there's a lime green dye that you can make and that kind of thing. I don't know how I made it. I don't remember. I'll have to figure it out. Okay, I'm going to make some black wool. Hard clay, sorry. Might as well. Take that. I see that I am very quickly running out of hardened clay, though. Eh! Oh, other way around. See? Minecraft noob. I made 48 pieces of black stained clay. That is pretty cool. Let me down. Let me down. Let me down. Like that. It's not very vibrant colors yet. Yeah, like that. Yeah. There we go. Doing good. I want some green in these color schemes, though. I'll have to figure out how to make green dye again. Or just steal some green dye from someone. Always an easy way out. But yeah, fair use should cover everything. I don't know why in this day and age there are game companies out there who would believe that it isn't covered, where they might see a bad review, maybe they're greedy, so on and so forth, and they will pull your video. And if you're a smaller channel like me, you can't fight back, and that to me is a huge concern, especially with new things that are coming down the pipelines from YouTube. YouTube is now saying that partners will be different. The way that you are partnered is different. I am very I have a benefit that I am with Curse Network, and Curse Network basically makes it so that I can post any content that I want. And if any recourse happens, it goes direct to Curse. Most game companies do not want to upset Curse, because Curse is a very big contributor to game companies. So they don't want to file a DMCA takedown notice to Curse. They want to take me down. And since I'm affiliated with Curse, I'm protected. But that's about to change. That's changing very soon. YouTube has made it very clear that they want the partners themselves, me as an individual, to be responsible for these takedowns. That's bad. That's bad because now if Sega or Square Enix or Nintendo or Ubisoft or whoever else, IDOS, name any game company out there, wants to take me down, they can. So if that's coming through the pipes, now there's a chance that it won't affect me at all. And Curse has basically told me that no, it won't affect me at all. But never say never. You know, you learn that. If something happens where I am now responsible for the gameplay footage that I have, that's very important to me. I want to be able to make sure that fair use is fair use. That this is transformative and that YouTube agrees with me. So I'm just making this whole statement to say, check out Total Biscuit's video about it. It's very interesting. And he goes on much better detail about how the system affected him and how he was very, very lucky to be associated with a network that could protect him. Which brings me to my last point about it, is that there should be, I am advocating to have someone out there should be an advocate for gamers. Now we've got Machinima and Curse and so on and so forth, who all do gameplay footage, but there isn't really any advocate for fair use of gameplay footage. There should be someone working at YouTube, working with game companies to say, hey, let our partners post what they want, because it is all fair use. Right now it's a very gray area, and I hate that fact. I don't want it to be a gray area. It should be black and white, very obvious. It's not. So it just needs to be fixed. Okay, and my very last point. This is not about the fair use. That's done. I'm done talking about that. It affects me directly because that's basically what I do. But what I want to talk about next is about Remembrance Day. Now, we have Remembrance Day in Canada. In the United States, it's called Veterans Day. And essentially, what it is a remembrance or a kind of a respectful day to veterans who, especially the ones who gave their lives to serve, or the ones who were injured, went above and beyond to support the country that you live in. And my hat's off to all of them. Huge respects. There's nothing, like, I know for a fact that I could never do something that they do, and that's give my life for my country. I don't think that political boundaries are that important to me. I do believe in the ideals that we keep, but I'm the jerkbag, everybody's going to say, who thinks that we should be united much more than we are. The fact that we still have borders and have to care about, who believes in what and what policies are there and this and that, I'm against all of that. I admit it. I'm against that. I think that we should be more united. We should be together. We should be brothers and sisters. Call it a hippie mentality, but I think it's ridiculous that in this day and age, that these political issues are even still issues. Now, that's not to say that I don't respect the people who went and lost their lives, and the people who are currently out there fighting right now. I have great respect for them, because I do understand that it is necessary right now for us to protect what we've got. Because, let's face it, we aren't living in a world that is united in any way. In fact, it's very much the opposite. And so, yeah, I see that there is a need for soldiers, there is a need for war, there is a need to do all that kind of stuff, to protect what we have and to give what we have to other nations out there. But the thing is, right now there was a campaign launched. We do this in Canada, and I'm not sure what they do around the rest of the world, but we have this system where we wear these red poppies on our shirts. And the red poppy is in remembrance of Flanders Fields, where the dead soldiers, basically anywhere that there were dead soldiers, grew poppies. It was kind of a, they died, and in their place poppies grew. It's kind of a legendary thing that every kid learns about in Canada anyway. It's a big deal. And so we wear the poppy out of respect for those veterans out there, those who are currently serving, those who have died, those who have been injured, etc. Now, lately someone made a campaign, and their campaign is basically to wear a white poppy, not only in remembrance, but also to advocate peace. That war isn't always the option. We want to advocate peace as well. So it's a white poppy, kind of to say, you know, it's a big shame that people lost their lives because of war. Now, there are two sides to this. One is that it's very respectable to say, yes, war is wrong. I disagree with war completely. I always think that there's probably a diplomatic way out of it, unless you're dealing with radical groups, and very seldom are governments made up of radical groups. But where do I put this wheat, this hay bale? Maybe up with the food? It can be turned to food, I guess. Sort of. It's a... now. I don't know. I don't know. Here, maybe? Yeah. Maybe here. Okay. But yeah, I totally disagree with war. Although I did say it was necessary in some cases. In some cases. But I find that a lot of the governments of the world are very quick to go to war. War is the answer. Like, before there are any peace talks even given. Like, that's, to me, that's completely wrong. So in a way, I support the white poppy idea. In the other sense, it's saying, and I hope that it's not saying this, but some people get the impression that it's saying, you know, he died for no reason. He died, and it's a shame that he died because there could have been other ways out of it. And maybe that's true. I'm not going to get into the politics of it. Maybe it's true that there were other ways out of it and he died anyway. But the fact remains that someone died. Someone lost a friend, a brother, a father, a mother, a sister, so on and so forth. Someone has died. A human has died. And are you remembering them, or are you just advocating for peace? Those are two different things. I don't think that they should interact. And so the white poppy in general, I kind of disagree with that idea. World peace, I'm totally an advocate for, I would say. As far as disrespecting people in putting a white poppy on your shirt, I think that's kind of ridiculous. I think that if you're going to be very upset about a white poppy, that you care about it just a little bit too much. At the same time, like I said, there's two sides to it. It is kind of disrespectful to those who actually did die for what they believe in that you're saying that there could have been another way, and so on. It's such a, that topic more than any I'd like to get into and dive into and just really talk about and rip apart and kind of go about both sides, because I kind of am on both sides of it. And so I definitely want to get into that conversation, but that's for another time. I know that I've gone over time now, definitely. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys liked the video. Definitely advocate for freedom to put any gameplay footage we want, assuming we have commentary and that kind of thing. Fair use should totally cover it. I'm an advocate for that. I think that more people should advocate for that. It definitely needs to be heard. Watch Total Biscuit's video about it. He talks about it much more than I do, and much better than I do. But just to bring more attention to it, I'm mentioning it here. So check that out. Check me out. Subscribe if you haven't already. Do all those other awesome things that you people do. And we will see you next time on the RedCubed server, where I will hopefully do more than just put another couple zigzags on my giant pit. Bye-bye.